Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at a game called iRobot. This was created by Atari in 1983. And this is an incredibly cool looking game. I had never seen this in arcades. It didn't receive much release in arcades. It's probably too expensive to create too many cabinets of, because this deals with very rich, colorful 3D polygons, which was a very, very, very new concept back in the day. Just really impressive looking. This is very loosely based on Ray Bradbury's 1984, uh, but you move this robot character, and you have to touch all the red spots on the screen, all the red floor patterns. And I like this part. He says, "No, the law says no jumping. You can jump, of course, but do not jump when that eye opens and it turns red. Otherwise, it will shoot at you, and that big eye is Big Brother." Just look at those rich polygons for 1983. Good grief. Oftentimes, once you destroy that eye, you will go to a space scene. And you don't want to slam into rocks or anything, but you want to shoot all those pyramids. You don't have to, but if you do, you get a nice bonus. But man, I was impressed. I'd never seen this in arcades, but once I played this in MAME, I was like, wow, for 1983, that looks pretty neat. You will have the ability to shoot letters that will spell iRobot, and when you shoot them all, you will get an extra life. One other cool feature about this game is that you can start a regular game, or you can just do a little art project called Doodle City. You can move various shapes around. You can paint them, leave a little trail of those shapes. By pressing 1-up start, you can clear the screen, or you can press it again to paint a trail. By pressing 2-player start, you can rotate the piece like that and move it around with the joystick and just shuffle through the different characters. You press fire, and you can hold it to quickly cycle through them by pressing up or down. And if you press 1-player and 2-player start together, you go to an options screen. Note that there is a timer at the bottom left. That is the amount of time you have left in this doodle game, and once it's out, you have to press another or insert another coin, and then you get to decide whether you want to play the art game again or play a regular game. There's just some damn cool features for a 1983 game. The gameplay's all right. I mean, for the main game, there's various bonuses you can get. Sometimes there will be a warp option. There will be a transporter, and you can warp up to like 3 extra levels if you want to, and you can get like a 20,000 point bonus for warping. But this is a neat game. It is just a shame it didn't last. Like I was saying, my theory is kind of maybe it was just too expensive to produce too many cabinets. Well, with all the rich full-color polygons that Atari was having to make for this game. So you can leave a trail all over the place from these different shapes. It's really darn cool. With this polygon or full-color situation we got going on here, MAME had trouble doing any kind of save states. I was just testing that out at one point, and it would not save states. So if you're playing this in MAME, sorry, you can't really save your game, or at least with the version of MAME that I was using, which I think is like MAME 200 or MAME 198 or something. But it's kind of cool. You can just select from the different characters in the game and just leave artistic trails all over the place in beautiful 3D. Really kind of neat. And there's the options screen. But once your time runs out, again, you will have to put in a credit to decide if you want to play the art game again or if you want to play a regular game. Now, in the main regular game, again, your goal is to touch all the red floor spaces. And once you do, then you can move across to the end where the eye is and touch the last red square, and that'll kill it. And we'll go ahead and play the regular game. The transporter is on the first level. There will be flashing squares to show where you can jump across to. Once you touch that final red square, you'll automatically kill the eye. You don't have to do anything, the computer will do it for you. And I got a bonus for beating the time that's shown. You know, getting record time. Here in this outer space area, you want to shoot all those triangles, then you'll get another bonus. And you don't want to run into a wall when you land on the next stage. You get a 2,500 point bonus for shooting all what they call the Tetras. You can change the viewpoint of the game by pressing one player or two player start. Now there are these flying birds, and they can kill you. And while you're jumping across, which you do by just pushing towards a flashing square, and you can shoot while you're jumping, and you can take out those birds while doing so. And now we're back to the outer space area. Once in a while, you will face a different challenge. Oh, I missed the I. There was a letter I from iRobot. And if you spell out iRobot by shooting each letter, then you will get an extra life. And there I touched one of the transporters. Now I can warp up to like 3 levels. Or maybe it was 2. But if I do, and I decided to, and complete it, I will get 20,000 points. Now see, again, when you see a flashing square, that means you can jump. And you will jump to another square. And again, just touch all the red squares in order to end the level. But do not jump while that eye is open and it's about to turn red, or it will blast you and kill you. I love especially the eye exploding. It's gorgeous polygons. Now here is where you need to face this giant head. And it will shoot spikes. And you must destroy the spikes. You can't let him get past you or you will die. And you need to shoot it, the head, repeatedly to make it turn. And then when it does that, it will stop shooting out spikes. And once you've survived long enough, there I shot a letter. Once you've survived enough, you'll be able to pass it, like there. But yeah, try to land on the regular platform of the next level, or you might slam into a wall or get shot by the eye. Now we have these giant beach balls. Don't touch them or you'll die, and they're pretty wide. I have a little bit of red there to touch. Jump all the way across, touch the last bit of red, and kill the eye. Now we go back into space. They'll make the game harder with newer enemies that you have to deal with it a certain way. Oops, I passed the apostrophe in iRobot. Oh well. We'll look at me getting an extra life later on in the game. Can I destroy all those? Ah, crap, I ran into an asteroid or rock or whatever that is. This game is cool. You definitely should give it a shot if you've never played it. You don't want to touch those colored rings. If you fly too far outside of the playfield in the space area like that, then you'll run into one. You can kind of lure them into rocks to make them blow up. Yeah, start buttons will change the viewpoint a little bit. You can press 1 player or 2 players start, and you'll see the playfield move to a different angle, which is really cool. This game in general is really cool. I like it. But we'll look at some of the later levels, and again, we'll look at me shooting all the letters in iRobot. You have to shoot I, R-O-B-O-T, one at a time, and they'll just show up on the different levels. I like that your robot changes the R so it's the right way. Now this is level 6. Now you can shoot the blue walls. They'll get in the way of the red walls, or the red flooring. And you'll also be attacked by what looks like soccer balls. And then you go in this little area here. Now here, you want to collect as many of those jewels as you can. You don't have to collect them all, but you do want to get to the end. Ah, crap. This saw blade will eliminate the flooring behind you. I think you get a bonus for collecting all the jewels. Maybe. But here's another outer space area. Yeah, see, I flew purposely off the path, and I got shot by the eye. We want to land on solid ground on this next level here. And now we have rising walls. I can't shoot those, and then there's these stars that fly around. Don't want to be hit by them. And now we're going to see me, I think, get the extra life for all the letters. Though there will be tinkers and porcupines that you don't want to shoot, or they get mad and attack you. And they got mad. A little later on level 8, there's these polygon sharks. This game is really cool. But again, do not jump while that eye is open and it's about to turn red, or it will blast you. Just a neat idea. It's just a shame that it was not more readily available to arcades. Just, I'm guessing because it was so expensive to create. All that polygon technology. And now we're back to the giant floating head. But yeah, you can't let any spikes get past you. And there I shot a letter. Or no, I got a bonus life at 80,000. And now here you have these pyramid things patrolling the floor space, and you don't want to run into them. And now here we have a narrow path to try to destroy the Tetras. Oh, and I shot the last letter. So I got iRobot spelled out, and I get an extra life. But yeah, remember the transporters will warp you levels. And then this is a look at level 12. And I've changed the... I will change the angle. Again, you can change the angle of the playfield with player 1 or player 2 buttons. Or player 1 or player 2 start buttons. Well, that was iRobot, really cool game by Atari in 1983. Well, this is Crazy Climber 80s, and thanks for watching iRobot by Atari in 1983. Impressive polygon technology. I will catch you folks later with another video. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.